thanks you guys for doing this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Your house looks very cozy.
Well, if you would have seen us 2 seconds ago, I was literally just like shoving things off tabletops on the floor now.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. Well, we all have a lot of downtime these days, and we're all looking for things to kind of keep our mind off of it and make us laugh a little bit, or just our mind busy, which I think your show will do. But first, tell me, what are you guys watching these days when you have time to sit in front of the TV?
We got sucked in to watch the Tiger King.
Oh man,
we got sucked in with the rest of America to watch that.
We're Bravo junkies. I mean,
we watch a lot of kid stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Frozen is on repeat. Sing.
Yeah.
Frozen, Sing, The Lion King.
I think that's why we wanted to have some adult conversations.
And then I watch CNN. I watch CNN from like midnight to about 4 a.m. every night.
Yeah, which I don't think that's going to help you sleep, does it?
Yeah, I can't sleep. I can't. There's just too much going on. There's too much going. My mind's going 100 miles an hour at all times. During the day, we've got a farm to keep running.
Yeah.
Right.
And Hilarie is making masks for the local hospital, and
I saw,
she's coordinating all sorts of things on that end. Matter of fact, I just was outside and we got 2 cases of gloves sent to us.
You gotta drop those off.
Which means as soon as we're done with this, I'll put those in the car and take them to the hospital. But yeah, we aren't having a lot of downtime, believe it or not. We've been very busy here. Yeah.
Hilarie, once you started posting the videos of you making the masks and everything, what was the response and what were you hearing from people?
I mean, we heard from a lot of frontline workers that were grateful and also very much in need. And so now the thing that I'm doing in between making the masks and taking care of our family is trying to coordinate makers with frontline workers. And so whether it's someone at a nursing home or a grocery store or a pharmacy or the hospital, I'm getting all these direct messages from people like, here's my address. This is how many I need. So I've been putting those out on Twitter, trying to solicit like Indiana sewing people. What can you do? And it's been great. People have really risen to the occasion.
Wow. And if people aren't already following you, where can they find you on Twitter?
I am at Hilarie Burton.
Okay. Easy to find. Okay. So as if you guys didn't have enough on your plate, you decided to do a talk show on Friday nights, which it sounds very exciting. Was this something already percolating, or did it come out of what we're going through now that you wanted to do this for people?
It pretty much came out of this. I mean, we had talked for a couple of years about maybe doing something together in the reality world, but we just couldn't figure out what it would be. But I had just done an episode of The Talking Dead, and we had done it in this new style like we're doing right now, Zoom or Skype or whatever it is. And I was listening to Howard Stern coming back from a drop-off of masks that Hilarie had just made for the hospital. And it dawned on me that there's maybe something that we could do to shine a light on people that were doing good, kind of talk to our friends who, obviously we're not able to see anybody right now, and kind of combine all of that. And so I emailed the head of AMC, Sarah Burnett, and at the same time, she had been thinking after The Talking Dead aired that maybe there was something that they could do in that world of technology. And it just so happened that I emailed her at the right time, and it was greenlit, and we had.
I still didn't know about it.
I hadn't told her yet. We had about 4 days to put the whole show together. They sent us some equipment from LA, which I had no idea. I was like, I thought we could just do this on a computer, and it ended up being. We got 4 boxes of equipment and cables, and I built a studio in our garage. There's no way we could film in our house with our kids. And so we just kind of jumped in. We're figuring it out as we go.
Well, we just wanted to make a safe space. I think you noticed that the news was starting to make me spiral. And
it's making us all spiral,
My love language is Dateline, and I noticed that he started to change the channel to Dateline when I would come to bed at night to give me a reprieve.
We love a good murder.
So if we can create a safe space for other people to turn to, that's a valuable use of our energy right now.
Yeah. And since a lot of people do have downtime on their hands, is it fairly easy to call up Jensen Ackles and say, hey, will you join us Friday night for a little talk?
There's not a lot of excuses right now.
Exactly.
I'm real busy. I got all this stuff to do.
We know who our friends are.
We know who everybody's nailed down at this point. So getting guests has not been a big issue at this point. Everybody's been available, and we've got some really cool people coming on the show. We don't know how many we're going to do. In this, it's kind of a day-by-day thing. So right now we're lined up to do 4, and we'll see where we are probably in the next week or 2, how long that can continue. And if it continues, I think we'll probably do more than 4 the way
okay.
Yeah.
And that was somebody like Jensen, who you know really well from playing his dad on Supernatural.
Yeah.
Are you going to have like questions ready for him, or is it more just kind of let's wing it and just have a conversation, or what's the plan?
I think it's more kind of just wing it. So we'll have like Jensen and Neil on, and in that same chat, we'll have our friend who is a doctor here in Dutchess County. And so it'll be a conversation just with all of us, and we'll kind of see where it goes. Sure, I would love to touch on Supernatural, for instance, because I know that got shut down with like 2 episodes to go in the final season. But it's more like, what are you guys up to? How are you surviving being home with your children full time? None of us have done that in a long time. And how's the relationship going these days? Take it from me and Hill. I've never spent so much time with her in 12 years.
He loves me so.
Hilarie, what will your job be on the show outside of just helping interview? Do you have any? Are you going to be doing some things with the mask or other things?
I'm doing hair, makeup, and wardrobe. We're the cast and the crew, and I think my job in particular is it was very important to me that we bring our neighbors into this. We've lived in this really beautiful agricultural farming community in a small town in upstate New York for years now, and I think the expertise that exists in our community is really important. So like Jeff said, we have our personal physician on the first episode of the show. The second episode of the show, we have our local farmer who taught us everything about farming, to answer questions about how to be self-sufficient, how to support your local agricultural community, important things like that people are starting to pay attention to because we do have all this time and we're concerned about new things.
And is it weird that you guys are doing a lot of press from your home, not just for this, but Jeff, I know you have a movie coming out. Hilarie, you have a book, and you're on Council of Dads pretty soon. Is that kind of weird to be doing that kind of stuff from home?
I mean, there was a point when I was finishing up the edits on the book that I started to get nostalgic for the time when we were able to spend more time here. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, I wish we could just sit still for a second and be at the farm. And we're getting to do that now. And so that's our silver lining, that we're just able to be here and celebrate the things that we've worked on for years.
Okay. It's nice having the family time. It really, I think that's what's come out of this for us is the 4 of us spending so much time together, and we're doing okay, which is great. I am never home.
He'd tell you if we weren't.
Yeah. and things could go south, and I'll tell you that too.
Hilarie, what's your role on Council of Dads? I know the show just premiered a couple weeks ago, but your episode's coming soon.
I'm really excited. Sarah Wayne Callies is going to come be on our show because she is on Council of Dads, and Jeffrey knows her from the Walking Dead world. And it's a show that embodies the family that you choose for yourself. And that was something that I was really drawn to. We live in these communities, and how we interact and take care of one another is a really important thing right now. So it's a very timely show. I play Margot. She's a lot. She's
typecasting.
Yeah, she's kind of a hyper chick. It was a nice offer to get. I felt very close to Margot, and just a really wonderful bunch of people. So I'm excited for that to come back on. They're carrying the pilot on NBC.com right now, so everyone can watch it before we come back on the air April 30th.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. I know, Jeff, you have a Walk Away Joe comes out May 8th. I guess people can watch it at home since we'll still be home then.
I'm kind of sort of unaware of everything that's going on. But yes, I did hear something about Walk Away Joe.
You look cute in that movie.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you would probably know better than I. Let me get into it a little bit, and I will be able to answer more questions. I've been so busy with everything that's going on here that I'm kind of unaware of everything that's going on. I didn't expect any questions about what do you got coming out.
I
I'm just trying to survive.
I know. And Hilarie, when is your book out, The Rural Diaries?
Yes, it comes out May 5th. So
Okay.
it's soon. It's a lot all at
It's
once.
a great book, though. It's a lot, as far as I'm concerned. It's a lot.
He's a good sport.
Really kind of laying it out there our whole life. But it really is a good book. I've now read it twice, and I've cried it the whole way through both times.
Oh, nice.
But I'm very proud of her, and it'll be fun when that thing comes out.
All right. And when can people see Friday Nights In with the Morgans?
This Friday, the 17th, we premiere on AMC at 10 p.m.
That's correct, Hilarie Burton Morgan.
And it's live, so anything could happen.
It's they were like, it's unfiltered, have fun, and all that freedom's a little frightening. It's like, really? Okay.
It's going to be a shit show.
That's great. Well, I cannot wait to see it. Thanks, you guys, for your time.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. All right, we'll talk
really
to you again.
Nice to see you. Take care.
Be well.
Safe.
Okay.
All right,
guys. Bye.